So before I start, I want to apologize for the quality of my voice. I have had a chronic cough for 3 months. And no, okay, I know what some of you are thinking. It's not from the flu shot because I had the cough from before the flu shot. All right? It is from mold exposure. And no, not from my house, from someplace else. I won't say where because I really just don't want to get into it. But basically, I was exposed to mold for a long period of time in great quantities, and I developed a cough. My lungs are inflamed, they spasm, and when they spasm, I cough. I am so dreading the doctor bills that are going to come in because even with health insurance, it's expensive. And I'm not the only one that was exposed to this mold that's coughing and sneezing and sniffling. I'm just the worst off of the bunch. So, yeah, I'm on so many medications right now. But you know, what can you do? I got to get this under control. So, that being said, I can't believe that I have to go through this again with you people. The doctor is a woman now. Get over it. Now, if you've seen my rant about the idea of an all-female Lord of the Flies, you know that I am not one of those people who thinks that everything should be rebooted with an all-female cast or with all-female leads or what have you. I think some things definitely should, like Lord of the Flies, because that was the point of the story, be all male. Because the whole point of that story was that the cream of English masculinity can turn just as violent and degenerate as the so-called lower classes. Okay? So once you make it an all-female cast, you're taking away the point of the story. However, we are talking about an alien who isn't human. Let me stress that. Is not human. Looks human. Not human. All right? The doctor doesn't even have to regenerate into a human form. Lest we forget, in the movie with the eighth doctor, the master for a good portion of the movie was an ectoplasmic snake. The doctor could have regenerated into a dog. The doctor didn't have to be human or human looking. All right? So all of you out there who are going around saying, the doctor has to be a man, the doctor has to be a man, the doctor has to be a man. No, the doctor doesn't. Okay? The doctor doesn't have to be a man. And you realize you all sound just as stupid, just as ignorant, and just as bigoted as the people who got all angry over Peter Capaldi being cast, going around saying, the doctor needs to be young and hot. The doctor needs to be young and hot. The doctor needs to be a sex symbol, so he needs to be young and hot. And some of these were women who were older than Peter Capaldi. The doctor doesn't need to be male. The doctor doesn't need to be young and hot. David Tennant is not coming back, except for occasionally guest starring as the 10th Doctor. All right? So get that stupid little idiotic idea out of your head. He's not coming back. He's not going to be the 14th Doctor. Okay? Grow up. The Doctor is a woman now. The first 2 episodes, I personally thought they were great. Okay? Now, my first Doctor was Tom Baker, because you could see Doctor Who on PBS in the 80s. Yes, I'm old. My first Doctor was Tom Baker, so I will always love the 4th Doctor the most for sentimental reasons. And Sarah Jane is my favorite companion, again, for sentimental reasons, because she was my first companion. Peter Capaldi was this close to nudging him out as favorite Doctor. I will tell you that. He and Jodie Whittaker are now tied neck and neck for favorite Doctor. They're second place for favorite Doctor. Okay, and that's after only 2 episodes. I will say this, Graham is my second favorite companion because it is so nice to see an older companion for once. And no, Jack Harkness does not count because Jack Harkness was born in the 51st century. I don't care that he went back in time and was stuck on Earth for a long period of time. He is still young, the youngest companion ever because he was born in the 51st century. All right? And he's not the first American companion either, because he wasn't even born on Earth. He was born on an alien planet. So Jack Harkness is the ultimate illegal alien. The first American companion, though played by a British actress, was Perry Brown. Okay? She was actually supposed to be an American character, even though her accent slipped from time to time. It would be nice if we had an American companion who was actually cast as with an American in the role. Or we can go Canadian and get Nathan Fillion. You know, I don't see why Nathan Fillion can't be in on a few episodes and as a companion. But no, Graham is my second favorite companion. I think Jodie's fabulous. Granted, we've only had 2 episodes, but I think Jodie's fabulous. I think so many of you have come in with this stupid idea that the doctor has to have a little ding-a-ling, that you are not giving her a fair chance. I gave the Ghostbusters reboot a fair chance. I hated it, and nothing anybody will say will make me change my mind on it. I still think it's a terrible movie. All right? But I gave it a fair chance. I went in there, clean slate, said, okay, we'll give it a chance, because sometimes reboots are better. Like, Alfred Hitchcock did reboots of some of his own movies, like The Man Who Knew Too Much and stuff. And frankly, his reboots were better than his originals. So reboots can work, all right? Not always, obviously, but they can work. You have to give them a fair chance. I gave Charlie and the Chocolate Factory a fair chance. Kind of liked it, kind of didn't. I kind of liked the fact that it was a little closer to the book and it used the actual songs from the book. But the whole, I mean, it was just, never mind. That's beside the point. The point is, you need to let go of the idea of the Doctor as a man. The Doctor does not even have to regenerate into a human form. All right? That is a choice the Doctor makes. Probably because it's a little bit easier. But the Doctor could have just as easily decided to regenerate into a horse or a Slitheen. You know? The Doctor doesn't have to choose that form. It's easier on the BBC budget, I'm sure, for the Doctor to be human. Looking, not human, human looking. That being said, I would still like to see an episode where the Doctor's mind is put into the body of an Irish setter. And the Irish setter's mind is put into the body of the Doctor. So we get, the Doctor acting like a dog and the dog acting like the Doctor. So at the end of the episode, the Doctor, when their minds are back where they're supposed to be, the Doctor can say, well, at least I was finally ginger.